Okay, just a thought just came up to my mind that the problems that we have in life, all the problems that we have in life that we feel that we're missing something in life, and then we go to the church. For me, I think that's it's a myth. It's a problem that we create to ourselves, and the worst case is we don't even know it that we create it on our own, and we don't even know it that we are the cause of that problems. This is my premise, or this is how I think. We are born with there are 7 billion people in the planet, right? I don't know, 6.8, 6.9, 7 billion, whatever, but 7 billion, and each one of us, it's unique, meaning we have our own thoughts, our way of learning, talents, passion, desires. Okay, so we are unique. Not even the one that looks identical, the twin people, they have different point of view in life. They have different way of doing things. Probably some of the things they are doing is a bit similar, but when you look at the totality, they are different. So that's a fact, and that's, I think, I would say, is an undisputable fact that we are all unique. And I couldn't even imagine 7 billion people, in my head. So the fact that there are 7 billion of us and they're all different, is unimaginable for me. I could imagine there's like 100 people and they're all different. I could imagine that. But for 7 billion, not even for 1 million, I think it's already difficult. But that's a fact of life. And what do we do when we are born in this world? And then we with the parents, with the school, and with the culture or the society, we keep on telling our kids the day they're born, that hey, this is the way to do it. No, you cannot do that. Do it like this, right? So basically, that's I know we mean probably well, for our kids, because of course there's some situation, I have to say that when the kids, is gonna be like in very dangerous situation and go off the cliff, and then of course we tell them, hey, no, don't do that, no. But I think there are many cases that are overrated, and there's this myth that the parents has to be the guidance for their kids. I think it's also overrated, and it's also like a myth. The fact of the matter is, every individual, when they're born, they have this, they're different, they're unique, so they have their own like compass. They know how to think, how to learn on their own. Look at the babies, for example, the day when they're born. Yeah, nobody teaches them how to crawl or to move their hand. They just one day they just starting to move, starting to look around, starting to crawl, and then one day they're starting to walk on their own. Nobody teaches them. Yes, and they can do it. So they have this already like a natural ability to learn on their own, more like a self-directed kind of from inside. Nobody tells them, hey, this is how you crawl, like this. Put your hand like this. Put your hand like this. Nobody tells them, right? But look at what we've done to them. I mean, to our kids. I mean, obviously I experienced also. My parents told me the same thing. Also to the traditional schooling system that we have. We kind of like micromanaging our kids, telling them like what to do. Like, okay, this is how you brush teeth, or this is how you do math. No, you cannot do math like that. No, you cannot do this. This is how you make solve a problem. No, there's no other way. You have to do it this way. And in school also the same thing. The teacher will like micromanage the kids. Oh no, at 2 o'clock we have to do this. 3 o'clock, no, you want to do that? No, you cannot. So in many aspects in their life, we're like telling them what to do. And probably for some kids that's okay, but for other kids, I think they kind of like putting in their head those like instruction and making it like on their own self-direction, and that's the danger. When people put others people instruction and put it on their head as if it's their own. And the worst scenario is they don't even aware of it if it's not their own. They think it's their own. Like when they're doing like stuff, they're doing it very automatically, mechanistically. They think, oh, they think they're doing stuff and they're proud of it. But actually, when they do stuff, they just do it in using their memory, and their memory is basically using somebody else because somebody else just been telling them. It's like an information we put in our head, And in that sense, we are no different than robot or a computer. You know how the computer works? We put a program in the computer, we tell them what to do, and then the computer will exactly do it like that. So what's the difference then between human and computer, right? We should be different in that sense. We are not just computer that put information in our head and then just do whatever in sequential order, whatever information in our head. That means we're just like a robot, like a computer. But sadly, I think many of us behave like that, including me. Now, but I try in my life now to let go some of those programming, the one that's been programming in my head. But still have a lot of work to do. So and then later in life, we already like graduated. Like me, I have a master's degree, bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. It's good. It's good, all of those information, knowledge. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad, but what's the bad thing is if we really kind of like depend on them, and it's like and making them like as if they are our like identity, because it's just a program, it's just an information, nothing else. It's just like a computer has a program, so we shouldn't make those like our identity, And then later in life, we say to ourselves, oh, I have already doctor degree, PhD degree. I'm successful in the company. I have a 2 billion worth of investment, or 2 million worth of house. I have a beautiful wife. I have 3 kids. I have a fancy car, Rolls Royce or Ferrari or whatever. But I'm still missing something. Of course, you're missing something because you're missing that self-direction that we've been buried in years in our life. And then we say to ourselves, oh, I think I'm missing God. No, you're not missing God. You're missing that self-direction because it's already been buried. If we open up ourselves, we like lose all of those programming inside our head, and then we do from the inside, when we are a kid, then we don't miss anything. Do you know a kid, like a 2-3-year-old, that say, oh, I'm missing something, Mom. I don't feel like this life is worth living. It's like I'm feeling like a robot. I miss something in life. No, you don't hear kids saying like that, right? No, of course not, because they're still life living from that inner source, that inner directions. But we, as an adult, sometimes we are living, or most of us are living from that here, from the mechanistic, from the programming, from the influence stuff that we put in our head, from the teachers, from the society, from the parents, and from our girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever we meet in our life, encounter in our life. So that's, I think, is the key. That's what my philosophy of life is. That's why we always like look for something else. Oh, what can I do after this? I'm still missing. After I reach like my goal, like 2 million of sales, oh, I'm still missing. What is? Because we miss that. It's a tragedy. We miss that inner direction, that desires that we already have. We keep on like burying it, or make it suppress that desires, that inner directions, with other people's sort of programming, because probably we are being told with our society, hey, it's good that you become a programmer, because you can make money. So you put that in your head. So you study, become a programmer, and then you make a lot of money, but you're still missing. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of money, but something is not right because I don't feel right here inside. I don't feel satisfied. And then you go to a church, or you go do yoga thing, this kind of shit, do tai chi, do martial art, whatever, you're still missing something at the end of the day. Yes, because the answer is quite obvious, When you look at the kids, they're not missing anything. Because they follow their heart. They follow their inner direction. And why they can do that? Because they're not operating from here. So, lose it from here. And then you can follow yourself from here. And your life is going to be fulfilled.